It is warm up here.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Appleton City High School, where the Appleton City Bulldogs are getting ready to take on the Lakeland Vikings. We are about a minute and a half away from the start of the varsity girls game here tonight, and we will see when they get ready to start here. I'm sure they'll call our starters out for us so we know what we've got coming to the court. It looks like they did 2 quarters each of JV girls and boys tonight ahead of the game. Looks like the JV girls, Appleton City managed to pull out a win, 24-19. And on the JV boys side, Lakeland came out victorious, 24-20 over Appleton City.
All right, the girls are lining up here for their introductions. So we'll probably start off also with the national anthem. So when that plays, we will go silent in respect for our flag. It looks like everybody's starting to stand now. And I don't know if they're going to have somebody sing or they're just going to do a recording.
Would you please stand for the playing of our national anthem?
All right, and there we have the national anthem. I hope that came through on the speakers or our microphones. These two teams should be pretty much evenly matched. They're both of them setting just around 500 as far as their win-losses. Of course, right after this game, there will be the varsity boys.
And it looks like Appleton City is going to take first possession immediately. That's number 22, Sydney Bach, with the first basket.
Looks like Appleton City is struck first. She traveled. It will be Lakeland's ball.
Ball goes up. Lakeland manages a rebound. Can't quite get it back to the hoop, so Appleton City will take the ball down to the other end of the floor. A lot of pressure from Lakeland tonight. Appleton City's having a little bit of trouble moving the ball early here. And an inside pass to number 11, Meadow Phillips. That'll be good for 2 more for the Appleton City Lady Bulldogs.
Appleton City jumps out to a 4-point lead. Ooh, a bad pass. Looks like it might. Nope, yep. Saved. Does not go out of bounds.
She got to it, and she's going to draw a jump ball. That will stay with Lakeland on this first possession. So just about a minute into this game, 4-0 Appleton City over Lakeland. And the Lady Vikings move the ball down the floor, pass inside to number 10, Shelby Bergschneider, which is good for 2, and she draws the foul.
Yeah, so
foul on the line, on the shot will send her to the line.
Gets the points and then gets the extra shot. That one is recovered, of course, by Appleton.
Couldn't quite put it away there.
A lot of pressure here, and
Lakeland manages the steal, and there goes
Thompson
the layup.
up. But
number 21, Madison Thompson, but the shot's no good.
Right. And it was a scoring foul, so she will go to the line. Did he signal two?
He did.
Yes, he did.
And the first one is good.
There is her first for the night. Now, all she needs is 10 more points to hit 1,000. So count these down, folks. 9 more points. Like I said, it could be a very special night for one of these players. Of course, that is Ms. Thompson. I'm going to do that all night.
It is.
Appleton City scores 6-4. Oh, an intercepted pass. And the ball is finally shot up and goes in, so.
And we had Paige Thompson first on the shot and then on the steal, and pass to number 20, Dahlia Miller.
Goes in.
That's number 10, Shelby Bergschneider for 2. And that's going to be a foul on number 5, Stella Cordray.
Stella looked like, I didn't do that, but I'm sorry, you did.
And now we're going to get
a
a
jump
ball call. That'll be a Lakeland possession. So the ball will turn around and come back the other direction.
Thompson to inbound the ball. Cordray to, nope, she doesn't throw it to Cordray. Now Cordray's got it.
And we have 5 minutes left to play in this quarter.
Drives
Pass
in
across.
from the baseline. Ball bounces around and goes out of bounds.
That'll be Appleton City ball. And that's number 21, Madison Thompson, manages to get a hand on the ball.
Knocks it out of bounds. Lakeland is going to continue to bring the pressure. Oh, drives to the inside, goes up.
And that's number 22, Sydney Bach, for 2 points for Appleton City. That'll put Appleton City ahead 13-6 against the Lakeland Lady Vikings here.
Oh, a bad pass across the center of the court there.
And she's stuck in a trap, manages to get the ball out, and her teammates come to her rescue there.
Drives up underneath the baseline, shoots, bounces off, rebounded.
Lakeland with the rebound.
Thompson with the ball. Throws out to the outside to the baseline, back to Thompson. Up and goes in.
So there's 2 more on the short jumper for Madison Thompson.
So she only needs 7 more. Oh, that looks like, yeah, she
call
hit
that a clean
block. Yes.
That was number 3, Kenzie Shoemaker, who came out with the ball.
We haven't seen any. No, we see 1 3-point shot by Appleton City so far, but none by Lakeland. Oh, from the inside, they did not call a foul there.
Yeah, clean on the ball. But number 3, Kenzie Shoemaker with
Nice
the interception there.
Throws it to the outside. Thompson to number 10. Oh, misses her shot.
And again,
stolen
Lakeland
away.
Manages to get the ball. Now we're going to have a jump ball.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to call the foul on it. So
that will be 3 or 4 fouls for Appleton City.
was that on number 22, Sydney Bach, possibly?
Yeah, number 22. We're setting it. It's hard to see the scoreboard from here. All right.
So 2 minutes, 50 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. 13-8, Appleton City over the Lakeland Lady Vikings.
First 3 shot from the Vikings.
Lakeland will take the ball down.
Lakeland.
Up, but not quite there for number 10, Shelby Bergschneider, and Appleton City with the rebound. Oh, tried for that bounce pass underneath and couldn't quite get there. That was number 10, Shelby Bergschneider, with the steal, but then immediately with the walk.
Yeah, we see that a lot. They grab the ball and take off running and don't get set properly.
Those long arms again for Lakeland getting in there between the passes, and now they've managed the steal. We will go to the other end of the court.
They've got several steals tonight, but they haven't capitalized on a lot of these.
We are
at 43 seconds. Goes up, bounces off the rim and the glass, but it does not go in. Appleton with the ball. 32 seconds. She drives in, passes back, shoots for 2. No good, and rebounded by Appleton. Rebounded again by Appleton, and that will be out on Lakeland. 20 seconds left in this quarter. That count. That did. So at the end of the first quarter, it is 17-8. People want to say what I was saying.
I don't know if we really had time to get into it much earlier than Madison Thompson hit that first free throw, but just in case any of you are just catching us late, she is nearing the 1,000 point mark, so we're tracking it tonight. She needed 11 when we started the game, and she has put in 4 by my count, so I think she's moving toward it. If she manages 4 each quarter, she's going to make it. So we're looking forward to that. We'll be able to call her name out and recognize that milestone for her. Yeah, we did not run through our sponsors. Missouri Thunder.
Thompson hit both of her free throws earlier tonight, and she hits that one. So now she's down to number 6. 1,000 points and a win tonight would be icing on the cake for
and the steal
Vikings.
For Lakeland. They come down the court, work to the inside. That's number 10, Shelby Bergschneider, with 2 for Lakeland. Closing the gap, that puts them within 8.
In and out, off the hands of Appleton City, number 13, and out of bounds. Be Parsons.
Must have gone off of a Lakeland player because Appleton City retains possession.
Oh, but here she drives in, up, shoots, fouled, and
that's number 13, Sarah Parsons for Appleton City. That will sink the 2 and go to the line here.
So 21-11.
I think that foul was number 3, Kinsey Shoemaker. That's her first. We got timeout, Appleton City. So as we take a timeout here, we want to recognize Aaron Collins of Missouri Farm Bureau. He is our halftime sponsor for the games. And if you don't know Aaron, he's from Osceola originally. And for those of you who are Lakeland fans, his brother Adam Collins happens to be one of the boys' coaches. Aaron is a Missouri Farm Bureau agent, and in fact, he is our agent. James and I get our home and auto insurance from him, and we think he is an awesome agent. We think he does a great job. And it just so happens his office is less than 100 yards away from mine, so I definitely can be one of those needy clients that always pop in when you least expect it. And he is always gracious and helpful anytime I need him. So.
Yeah, Aaron Collins is one of those guys you need to have, but you hate to have to call whenever something goes wrong. Oh. And we have a foul. I believe that's on number 20.
That's Breanne Seitzman.
That will give Lakeland the ball out of bounds.
So 16 fouls for Appleton City and 3 for Lakeland right now. We've got about 6.5 minutes left to play here. There's 2 more for Madison Thompson. That brings her total to 7 tonight.
That's only 4 away.
Closing that distance.
You know, I have to say that Appleton City has really handled the pressure that Lakeland has put on them.
That's
Shot
true.
goes up.
You know, we've watched a few different high school teams this year, and
nice bounce pass off the glass and goes in.
That's number 23, Ellie Bach, for Appleton City.
She goes in for the steal.
Only 4 team fouls for Lakeland, so still
and we will have
not
a jump
in the
ball.
bonus.
Or no, they're going to call the foul there.
That will send Madison Thompson back to the line. If you're keeping track with me, she only needs 2.
He only needs
to
2
hit
more.
1,000
We could see the 1,000 tick turn right here. Shot goes up. It's good. She is 1 away.
This is the possibility here. She could do it.
Shot goes up, and there's 1,000. She has done it. And you can't see it here all panned down, but everybody's holding up signs.
She definitely has a fan club, doesn't she?
Everybody down here is holding up signs, and of course we've put this special graphic in place just in case this happened.
Way to go, Madison. That's number 21, Madison Thompson, who just made her 1,000 points.
And congratulations to her. And I believe now that she's hit this, I talked to the coach before the game started. I believe she's going to come up here and do an interview at halftime during the boys' game. So we'll get to hear from her and hear all about her experience about actually hitting 1,000 points. All right, now that that's out of the way, let's get back to some basketball.
And we did have a timeout there, so let's mention our timeout sponsor, Aaron Collins and Missouri Farm Bureau. We just gave away his sponsorship time to Madison, but I don't think he'll mind.
I don't think he'll mind at all. So, Lakeland gets the ball.
McKenna Wilson dribbled all the way under the basket and right back out. Could not find an opening underneath.
The ball's being kicked around a little bit here, and they're going to call.
Got to call the push.
Yeah, okay. I didn't quite see that.
Number 21, Madison Thompson, and she was kind of falling down. She sort of just fell into her.
Well,
that will be number 14, McKenna Wilkins, there with the foul. So immediately takes Lakeland up to 16 fouls. Appleton City still with possession of the ball. Will inbound it. And for the first time, that pressure from Lakeland was a little bit more difficult for Appleton City. We have 4 minutes and 45 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 24 Appleton City, 17 Lakeland.
Shot goes up off the glass, does not go in, recovered. Slowly closing the gap. Everybody jostling for the ball. Lakeland turns up with it. A bad pass, and Appleton City now has the ball. Shot goes up. And a timeout is called. I'm sure you all saw that. She was out of bounds, jumped back in to recover the ball.
And because she was not the first of her team to touch it, she could do that. Had she been the only one to touch it after coming back from out of bounds, it would have been a turnover.
Just showing some skill there. Definitely. Well, we're at timeout, so our timeout sponsor is Aaron Carlins with Missouri Farm Bureau.
I suppose I should stick that up on the screen for you there. Sorry about that.
Yeah. You know, honestly, we are running a man short tonight. Our announcer, Spencer Edwards, had some things come up, and he just couldn't quite make it here. So we're just doing a two-man crew tonight. Usually we run with three. So we're doing double duties tonight. Oh, and a long three shot from Thompson. You know, I don't think she's missed a shot since she hit the 1,000 mark. She's got her trapped in there. And the foul is called.
It was a timeout.
Oh, a timeout was called. Sorry.
So we have a quick 30 seconds here to mention Aaron Collins of Missouri Farm Bureau. His office is in Clinton over in the shopping center where you would find the License Bureau, Blue Ribbon Bakery if you're a fan of baked goods, and I mean, who isn't? And of course, one of my favorites, Bernard Tax and Bookkeeping. They're good people. They give me an office and make me feel like I belong. So
there's
appreciate that.
There's a lot of little companies inside there. One that's been there for a while. Actually, Rafe's Carmelo's mother has a salon there. What is the name of that?
Yes, that's Hair Expressions.
Hair Expressions, thank you.
Yep, can't forget about them.
Now, I think that's where you get your haircut, isn't it?
It is, and in fact, Aiden got his hair cut yesterday, and they did a great job.
Aiden is our son. He's a senior at Clinton High School. Theater guy. All right, the shot is up wide and rebounded by Appleton. Ball comes down. Thompson rebounds, drives in, shoots from the free throw. Bounces off and out, and we will have oh, no, they're going to call that a travel. Appleton ball.
So 2 minutes and 33 seconds left to play here in the first half. Appleton City leading 26-23 over the Lakeland Vikings. And, you know, Appleton has led the entire game, but Lakeland is closing.
Is out of bounds. Lakeland ball. Bad pass. She's got nobody in front of her. Takes the time.
Number 5 Stella Kilgore puts in 2 for Lakeland. 19 seconds left to play.
There's a lot of pressure here. Lakeland has smelled the blood in the water. goes out. 1 minute, 4 seconds left. It will be Lakeland's ball. Pressure along like that. We're going to wear down Appleton City. Here's one. And Lakeland, for the first time in this game, is now up 29-28. Oh, and a nice steal there by Thompson. Passes the ball off the page, and don't know the foul. Now they do. They put this pressure on, and I think we're starting to see Appleton City kind of wear out. Pressure in the first quarter there a little bit.
Bounces out. It seems like these girls that watch what the Chiefs have done, all behind early in the game, and then come back and just clean their clock. Absolutely.
Speaking of the Chiefs, how about your Chiefs? First time in 50 years. I tell you what, I didn't get to watch the entire game. That was let's talk about a little basketball. The boys are coming up right after this game. Of course, the Lakeland Vikings are, I believe, 11-1 right now. The only team that they have lost to was Wobolo. Now, Lakeland did defeat Wobolo in their own tournament. I believe that was on December 28th. We were there for that game. That was our first Lakeland game, if memory serves me
Something
correct.
like that.
That's what kind of got the ball rolling. I just want to take a minute and just actually talk about that. We were contacted by several people. I posted a few things about the team and everything like that, and was just absolutely overrun with messages and questions about, hey, you going to cover any Lakeland sports? Or because everybody was so excited about both the boys and the girls that we're like, okay, well let's just test the market here. Let's go, because everybody's just like, we want to see this, so we did. We went down to the championship game between Wabalo and Lakeland, and we had. Well, let's just put it this way: we had a lot of viewers, a record-setting. So anyway, one other thing that has happened is throughout, and this isn't just Lakeland. This is Lakeland. This is Clinton games, and then we actually covered the Montrose Osceola Girls Championship game, which was played right here on this court on Saturday night, as well as the Montrose Ballard Championship game. In the course of doing this, we decided this year we weren't just going to do football like we normally do. We're going to actually push in and do as much basketball as possible. But we have gotten
unique instances that come up. James mentioned today he wouldn't have known that Madison Thompson was coming up on 1,000 points. I think it was Mark Stewart that shared on Facebook that she was working toward that milestone. And, had he not done that, we wouldn't have been able to be here and celebrate with her the way that we did.
Exactly. So a big thanks to Mark for doing that, because he sent me that message, and I was like, oh, wow. So I immediately started doing my research and put the graphic together that we put up on the screen whenever she actually did hit the 1,000 mark. And, it's those kinds of things that really motivate us to keep doing this, is because I love that. I think that's awesome that
absolutely
the community comes together.
So I think, let me read really quickly the list of the games that we're going to be at that are on the schedule right now. We have tomorrow night at Oak Grove with the Clinton boys.
Mm-hmm.
And then Friday, the 24th, Lakeland is at home versus Archie. We're planning to be there for that. And then next week, starting Monday, Clinton has their annual tournament. And I know that Clinton and Lakeland are both playing in that tournament. El Dorado Springs will send the girls, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Nevada is going to have a team there.
Nevada girls, and they are in the top 10 in Class 4.
And we are covering that tournament from start to finish, every game, every night. So it doesn't really matter which nights they end up playing on. We will be there, and it will be live. So definitely tune in for that. Then again, February 4th, we will be at Lakeland against Midway. February 5th, we will follow the Clinton High School girls to Fairgrove. On February 7th, we will go to Adrian, where Lakeland will take on the Adrian Whirlwinds, I think. No, wait a minute. That might be Archie Whirlwinds. Adrian would be the Blackhawks, I think.
Yes, Adrian are the Blackhawks.
So then February 11th, we will go with the Clinton girls to Smith Cotton in Sedalia. February the 18th, Clinton's girls and boys are playing, I believe, at home versus Butler. And on February 21st, Lakeland will be at home versus Liberal. So those are the ones that we have set in stone now that we're planning to go with, assuming that weather doesn't change that schedule up.
Right.
We're also looking at February 10th as a possibility. Montrose is going to be playing Wheatland, and they are both having some really good seasons.
Wheatland is still ranked in the top 10 in Class 1, and Montrose was
until earlier this week on the 14th when the fourth ranking came out, and they were not on the most recent list.
Yeah. One other date is that we're not set in stone for this, but maybe the 14th, Montrose at Kingsville. Not for sure if we're going to be able to do that one or not, but that is one that might be up there. If you send lots of messages and likes and shares and all that type of stuff and let us know that you want us to be there, that will definitely help. Speaking of likes and shares, the more you like and share, the more people can see these games. I know that there are several people who have contacted me as like, hey, I kind of found this by accident. just because I like the landmark or I follow C squared. So let's get back to some basketball. Shot goes up, does not go in. This time,
And
nope,
she's
they're
going
going
to
to call
travel
travel
before the shot.
Yeah. So we've still got a lot of basketball to come up, even though we are halfway through the season. Appleton City with the ball. Shot goes up. Recovered by, oh, they're going to call jump ball. And it was just a few nights ago that we were here watching Montrose, boys and girls, in the championship round.
So Appleton City with the bounce pass out from the lane, and Lakeland managed to steal it away. So we'll see if they can turn that into points here.
Pass to the inside, she spins around, throws it back out, goes up. Was that a three or a
I think her foot was
yeah,
on
her
the
foot was
line.
on the past the line, so
That's
it's
Paige
a 2.
Thompson, number 23, but that's going to be 2 points.
Yeah. You know, that's something we have not seen. We have not seen a lot of three-point shots.
Another jump ball. Lakeland will take possession of that one. So there's a good example of when that full court pressure works to their advantage. Yeah, we've not seen a lot of three-point shots from the girls tonight. You know, some teams shoot
Pass to the
outside
inside, then
very
back out.
consistently. Others like to run an offense and try to look for that good inside shot.
Pass inside, she spins around, shoots up. Okay, that will be a 2 shot. She was actually on the line. So that makes it 38-28. Oh,
Lakeland
she almost got a nice
hand on it.
almost got a nice steal there, but did not happen, and she is fouled as she goes up for that shot. You know, in the first quarter, Appleton led by 11, and now Lakeland leads by 10.
I think maybe this at the line, number 22, Sydney Bach for Appleton City, and she manages to sink the first one. That is their first point of this half of the ball game, and we're at 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter. I think they just needed to break that dry spell, and maybe that'll do it for them.
And she sinks both those shots, now shrinking the lead that Lakeland has built. Thompson with the ball, drives in, shoots. Bounces up, in, and then out and back in. Lakeland up by 10 now. Thompson steals the ball right underneath the post and puts it in.
That was Paige Thompson. Remember, we have 2 Thompsons.
That's right, we do. And we're calling both their names a lot.
So we're going to have a foul, I think, on number 11, Zoe Rife. No. Number 11 for Appleton City. That's going to be Meadow Phillips. I'm going to get these names right as soon as the game's over.
Oh, she tries to pass. Appleton City will wind up with the ball, though. She tried to throw it over her head, but really what she should have been doing there was a bounce pass. That's okay. You know, Appleton City's been on their heels a little bit. They haven't scored much. Their first points came off of a penalty shot. They are still playing very well. It's just that they're having a hard time adjusting to this pressure that Lakeland is putting on. She drives to the inside. Ball goes up. And for Appleton. Very well played on Appleton's part. Oh, and it intercepted. Nope, doesn't work for him.
Not quite there.
Well, she thinks about shooting the 3-point shot.
Back to the top of the key and reset.
Thompson to Thompson. I had to do it. Oh, a shot from the outside.
And that was number 14, McKenna Wilkins.
She has not. Oh,
steal number
steal, right?
3, Kenzie Schumacher.
Oh.
And
Wow.
again, Paige Thompson on the rebound. But the shot
Both
is
of them had
good.
a shot at that, but easy shots, but just didn't go in. Wilkins with the ball. And nearly an identical shot that she just made a few seconds ago. That'll bring it up to 46-32, Lakeland.
You know, now that Madison Thompson has her 1,000-point milestone, they're not as anxious to let her shoot. She can block that shot a little bit, and that opens up the floor for McKenna Wilkins there. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Lakeland is currently leading 46-32 over the Appleton City Bulldogs. That's going to be a blocking foul. Probably number 14 McKenna Wilkins. That's going to be her third.
And she's going to have to watch that. She's actually been very productive in this quarter. I know she's hit at least 4 points. Recovered by Lakeland.
All the way down the floor to number 14, McKenna Wilkins. And she's going to be called with the travel on the shot.
I think she's one of the youngest players out there, actually. I think she's a freshman.
She is a freshman, you're right.
Yeah. And you know what? She's a freshman, but you're seeing her in the games a lot. So.
So we have freshman McKenna Wilkins and Paige Thompson, and we've also called freshman Brett Frost's name a few times. You know, that could make for a serious threat here in the next few years for the Lakeland opposition.
You know, me and Spencer were talking about this in the game played against Fairplay, which was homecoming, that how young this Lakeland girls team is, and there's no seniors out here. Thompson is the only junior on the team. The rest of it's sophomore and freshman. So
a very young team.
What that means is this young team in a few years, when they're finally juniors and seniors, are going to have tons of experience. And you just can't teach experience, especially in a game like basketball.
So that was Madison Thompson at the line. She managed to put away both of those free throw shots. And now we come down. We're going to have a foul on number 14, McKenna Wilkins. That is going to be her 4th foul, I believe. And, yeah, we'll see some substitutions now. So I see number 5 and number 10 coming back in for Lakeland. So that's Stella Cordray and Shelby Schneider.
And she is fouled as she goes up for the shot. The shot, of course, doesn't go in, but sends her to the foul line. You know, Lakeland's got the lead right now, but watching these two teams play, they are very well matched up. Appleton City was dominating in the first quarter. Lakeland has made some adjustments and has managed to take the lead. But I think if Lakeland was to let up even a little bit, you would probably see this lead shrink very quickly.
So that was number 22, Sydney Bach, at the line for Appleton. She went 1 of 2 on her shots, and Lakeland ended up with the rebound.
Drives in, shoot, that ball bounces around inside and comes out.
Under a minute to play here in the third quarter.
shot. That will be 2, but does not go in. She gets number 22 gets the rebound. Oh, and we will have.
That's going to be a foul.
Yeah, they're going to be a foul, not a jump ball. Page to inbound the ball.
Foul went to number 20, Brianne Sigsmund.
It's 14 fouls for Appleton. Cordery with the ball.
And 30 seconds left to play here in the third quarter.
Pass to the inside, goes up. Fouled as she goes in.
That will send number 10, Shelby Bergschneider, to the line for Lakeland.
Well, I got a little bit of a pause in the action. I just remind everybody how important it is to share these on whatever platform you be watching. Because this Appleton City team, they can move the ball, and they move it very well. They have shown that they can handle this pressure. And if the pressure comes off, you know.
That might give them the opportunity they need to close the distance.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just want to thank everybody that's watching tonight on whatever platform that may be. If it's the Landmark Restaurant Facebook page, C Squared, or Primitive Old Crow, of course, Sounds Like Videos itself, either our Facebook or YouTube page. And then, of course, those people are watching on Radford Media Group YouTube page. All right, Appleton City with the ball, drives in. She is fouled. But I believe that foul came before she shot. Nope. Yes, that's right. Okay, I am correct. I thought I was going to have to correct myself there. She will inbound the ball. Oh, sends it out, and immediately a 3-shot. Rebounded by Appleton City. Goes up. Now Lakeland with the ball. Cordery with the ball. Brings it past the half.
Good solid rebound from Shelby Bergschneider under the basket there.
Absolutely.
And Lakeland will move their offense. Driving inside, and she loses it and turns it over to Appleton City. We're going to have then jump ball as number 5, Stella Cordery, gets her hand back on it. And that will go to Appleton City. And that's going to be a double dribble.
Yeah. You know, these smaller schools that we go to, I just want to point out that Ballard was in the championship round in the Appleton City tournament, and according to Misha, they only have like 23 kids in the high school. So that basically means everybody's playing basketball.
Absolutely. 2 more for number 21, Madison Thompson, to widen the score, 51-33. That's going to be a blocking foul. Number 25, Brett Frost. When I was in high school, we did some full court pressures, and that was my least favorite thing to do, was to try to block against the sideline. Because if you manage to do it successfully, it's going to hurt when you stand back up. And if you don't, then you're going to get the foul.
Yeah. Of course, Stacy, my wife here, Stacy Hinkle, she played for Lakeland whenever she was in school. And you did a lot of different sports, didn't you?
I did a few.
That first shot goes up and in.
That's number 20, Brianne Sigsmund, at the line for Appleton City.
What all sports did you play when you were at Lakeland? Second one is missed, recovered by Lakeland.
Well, I played basketball. I think we've established that.
Volleyball?
Volleyball, softball. I ran cross country. We didn't have track and field, just cross country.
Yeah. I believe that's something that they do now.
They do.
Yes. Oh, that rebound is recovered.
So she'll go to the line for 2. That's number 10, Shelby Bergschneider, headed to the charity line for Lakeland.
Yeah, our other announcer, Spencer Edwards, that's what he calls it, the charity line. Of course, Spencer couldn't be here tonight. He was at the Lakeland homecoming game. Did a fabulous job. I tell you what, he is truly a professional at it. He just, to sit there and listen to him, he just makes an interesting game a lot of fun. And you know what? I sit here and he sits there and he can remember the stats and how many shots and how many fouls that everyone has.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching him the other night. He wasn't writing in that stuff down. He was just remembering it. I can't do that. I sometimes forget to move the camera. But of course, Stacy and I are doing dual roles tonight. I'm running one of our cameras, and she's actually doing the producing.
Well, we're at a timeout here. We cannot forget to mention our timeout sponsor, Aaron Collins and Missouri Farm Bureau. We really appreciate him and all he does, and he is our agent. He takes good care of us, and if you are looking for insurance, looking to switch, go get a quote from him. I wouldn't be surprised if you find out that's the best option out there for you.
Mm-hmm. We've been very happy with ours, and thankfully we have not had to really use it. But it has.
And we have a teenage driver, so, I mean, wow.
Yes, we do, but he's a really responsible guy. In fact, he just got the lead role in the play they're putting on at Clinton. Okay. Lakeland, of course, continuing with the full court press. Appleton City doing a good job rebounding the ball here. 3-4 rebounds in a row. Now they still retain possession. That's a 3-shot from the key.
Yeah, that was number 20, Breanne Sykesman, up at the top of the key, and she missed it, but boy, it looked pretty.
Yeah, that was a lot of movement just to get 2 shots. But you know, like I said earlier, Appleton City is still in this game, and they're still playing hard. They rebounded that ball, I think, 6 times, and then shot several. Yeah, and then eventually was successful. And that's what you got to do when you're playing a game like or a team like Lowry City. Is you got to keep the pressure on, keep going, keep moving, fight to the very end. And these Appleton City girls are obviously doing just that. And the ball hit out of bounds.
That will stay with Lakeland possession, and they will inbound the ball from the far end.
The score is 52-36 Lakeland.
So we see Appleton City putting pressure on now.
And it appears to be working a little bit. Here's a pass to the underside. Bounces off glass, goes in.
I think they've run that drill in practice a few times.
It looks like it. Okay, I think there was that a foul away from the ball?
Yeah, she pushed under the basket.
That will send number 32 to the line.
That is Carly James.
Carly James. Has she shot yet a free throw tonight?
She has not. This is her first attempt at the line.
And it goes wide.
So Lakeland will bring the ball down. No shot.
Yep. The ball did go in, but it does not count.
So we have at the line for Lakeland, number 23, Paige Thompson.
And that was on number 20. That's her
Breanne
third.
Sykesman.
Shot goes in. Well, it has definitely been an exciting night of basketball. I believe the JV games, what were the scores on that? Do you have that?
I do. They split. Lakeland boys took the JV game 24-20, and the Appleton City girls won 24-19.
Yeah, okay, so it will not be a complete sweep for Lakeland tonight.
At this point, I could go either way on the boys' game. I haven't seen either of them up against each other yet. It'll be interesting to see what kind of strategies we get when the guys take the floor here in another 10-15 minutes.
I don't mean to sound partial here, but I think Appleton City is probably going to have a hard time playing against Lakeland.
foul will be number 20, Brianne Seigsman, and that's going to be her 4th.
I just seen the score clock over here on our left side flash off and back on.
Yes, it did.
I was kind of worried there for a second that maybe we had lost power too.
And Paige Thompson manages to put both of those in, and she gives Lakeland their largest lead of the evening. We're separated by 21 now, 59-38. Lakeland over the Appleton City Bulldogs.
Appleton City moving the ball around. Oh, a nice move on the inside. She gets the shot off, but is not successful. Then goes up, bounces in. That's number 11.
That's Meadow Phillips.
I don't think we've called her name yet tonight.
Not too much.
Meadow Phillips.
She's been a very defensive player tonight. And again, Lakeland with that wide offense. And Appleton City with a good steal. They'll take the ball down, drive the basket.
Oh, a nice rebound. Gets another rebound and shoots it up. Well, I got a second here. I just want to do a little shout out to a buddy of mine that actually lives here in Appleton City, Brad Jackson. His daughter, Piper, she doesn't play basketball, but she is very much involved in a lot of activities here in the school. I know that she does cross country, I'm pretty sure, and track, and then also volleyball.
So the first shot for Carly James, no good. She will now put the second one up.
Goes
and
up
that one
goes
is
in.
good.
All right, your score is 59-41, Lakeland.
And Lakeland brings the ball in bounds, but as they move down court, they lose it on turnover to Appleton City. So Appleton City will set up, run their offense.
Nice bounce pass there.
Yep, and
Bounce
the
pass
basket
underneath and goes
for
in.
Sydney Bach, number 22.
I just want to say that Stacy is sitting here and she's doing the commentary and then also producing. Every time there's a point or we switch cameras, that's all her. She's doing that, and she's calling off names and plays and numbers, and I just want to say you're doing a fine job. Actually, that job, what she's doing there, should be just done without doing the commentary, because there's a lot involved in it. But she's doing a beautiful job.
Well, thank you very much. We are looking for a substitution now for number 20, Brianne Seigsman, who just had her 5th foul. So we'll get that, and I see it looks like number 3, Kaylin Eckhoff, coming into the game. On the line for Lakeland, number 21, Madison Thompson. And she will make it around 60 for Lakeland on the scoreboard. 43 for Appleton City. Appleton City with the rebound after the second shot is no good. And ball out of bounds. Appleton City will retain possession. 1 minute and 54 seconds left in the ball game here.
You could almost say this game has been a tale of two halves, because in the first half, Appleton City, well, they led in the first quarter and then lost the lead at the very end of the first half.
And a good steal there by number 5, Stella Cordry for Lakeland.
And now Lakeland has definitely made some very good adjustments and have pulled ahead in this game.
With 1 minute and 20 left to play in this game, I'm going to throw that time clock up in the top right-hand corner for you so you can watch the clock tick down with us. So James will push his camera out a little wider so you can still see the basket there.
There you go. You are in, the shot clock, the clock is up in the upper right-hand corner. I'll just try to keep that in mind here as I frame this. As I mentioned, we're doing dual roles. We're both commentating and Stacy's doing the producing, the hard job actually, and I'm running one of the cameras. We're under a minute to play.
Number 25, Brett Frost to the line for Lakeland. First one hits the back of the basket and bounces out. She was fouled by number 22, Sydney Bach, for Appleton City. That would be Bach's 4th foul of the night. And Brett Frost lines up for her second shot. It is up and good. So that'll add one to the tally for Brett Frost tonight. And Appleton City brings the ball back down.
45 seconds to play. Shot from the outside.
3 ball, but it's no good.
Appleton doing a good job here getting rebounds, and that shot does count.
That will send number 23, Ellie Bach, to the line for Appleton City. I think the foul is going to be on number 1, Megan Call.
And that is her first foul. Ball is going to roll out of bounds. .8 seconds left on the clock. Appleton City brings the ball in from the near corner. Looks around. That ball from the outside, and will that count as 3?
That was 2.
That was 2, okay. Ball knocked out of bounds as it was being inbounded.
I think, was it number 22, Sydney Bach, on that shot?
Yeah,
I believe that was.
I don't know. So,
And
Cartering with the
Lakeland
ball, she passes it off. Number 25, 10 seconds left. Lakeland rebounds the ball. Shot goes up, bounces around, goes in.
That was number 1, Megan Call, with the points, and that will be the ball game. 63-47 for the girls here at Appleton City tonight. And I'll tell you what, the Appleton City girls came out and played strong and jumped out to an early lead. And Lakeland fought the entire first quarter from behind until the very last minute. And then we had exactly the opposite story on the second half, where Lakeland came out leading. They were able to hold the Appleton City Lady Bulldogs to a pretty low scoring percentage. And they actually retained the lead for the entire second half. So just a really exciting ball game here.
And Madison over here, she's got some little girl in her arms. And they're all lined up to welcome the boys out. Of course, Madison broke that 1,000-point mark. I believe we will have her for an interview at halftime, the boys' halftime. So we are 12. Well, they did about being able to see their boys play in the Clinton tournament. Of course, El Dorado Springs is exactly 54-minute drive. I've made it several times from Clinton. So, all right, my name is James Siegel. Sounds Like Videos. We're going to cut away and be back